Hey, what's going on? We got a new follower. Hey, thank you. Who was that? It's me, Louis. Hey, Louis. So, is it Louis? Luis? I want to know how to pronounce that. Because when we were playing Back 4 Blood the other day, I think I kept calling you the wrong thing. You need to correct me, man. But thank you for the follow. Taki, what'd you say, man? Hold on. It's Q3. There's no one in the place except you and me, so set him up. Joe, I got a little story you ought to know. We're drinking, my friend. What are you quoting? I feel like I should know that. Hey, inner artist. That's my sister. Hi, sister. How are you? Louis. Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you. One for my baby. I feel like I know that. Hey, Iggy. How are you? Long time no see. How you been, Iggy? Yeah, well, I'm trying to grow it out, so I don't know what to do. It's really, I just washed it yesterday, so it's really poofy. There's absolutely no product in my hair. I'm just letting it go. One for my baby. I feel like I know that one, Taki. I feel like I know that one. I don't know. I'm going to get this thing cracking. You been better? Aw, Iggy. Hey, I'll be on in the Discord after this, so if you want to hang out with me there, by all means. I hope you feel better, Iggy. I know you've been going through some stuff. All right. So, actually, while I'm doing this, let me get my paper towels. I just bought some new paper towels, so I gotta pull them out here. There we go. Okay. So today is Brooks. How are you, man? Welcome back. So basically, everything today is involving phyllo dough. I didn't necessarily plan it that way. It was more just happy circumstance. So yeah. So we're making Spanikopita and it's a custard pie, basically, with phyllo dough. I can't pronounce it correctly. I keep screwing it up, so I'm not going to try to sound it out because I'm going to sound like an ass here. But basically, the Spanikopita is really good. I've had that before. I have never had this custard that we're going to make. So I'm actually really excited for that because I like trying new dishes. I really do. It's super fun. Let me get this wet. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so again, for those that don't know, this is basically Galaktoboureko. Actually, that's really good. Taki, I think you're right. Galaktoboureko. I love you, Taki. Keep me on the straight and narrow. All right, anyway, so it's like a custard dish. So the one that's going to take the longest is going to be the custard dish. So we're going to start with that because that takes, I think I want to say about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to bake. And it is baked, even though it's served cold. We also got to make the syrup for it, which that's the first thing we'll do. But so this, weirdly enough, the two recipes that we're doing today don't have a lot of ingredients to them. And the Spanikopita is going to be pretty easy. I'm confident I can do that one. However, that's Galaktoboureko. I'm going to get it right. Galaktoboureko. I tried bribing my cousin with €1. Wait, what do you mean? Anyway, what was I going to say? Crap. Oh yeah, so the dessert, it actually is a bit of a process. There's not a lot of ingredients to it, but the process is a bit more involved, like most desserts. So we're actually making a custard. So there's 3 parts to it. There's the phyllo dough. I'm not making my own phyllo dough here. We're going to look at our ingredient list here in a second, but I ain't making my own phyllo dough. This is the standard issue phyllo in the United States, man, by Athens. It's good stuff. I've used it. I like it, so we're going to use that. I got a second one just in case. But here, let's take a look while I'm talking. Let's take a look at all of our ingredient list here. Here, let's pull this around. Okay, so here's our ingredient list for today. But this is involving, so my flour and sugar and the milk. So this all is just going to be for our custard. I didn't have semolina flour, but I got some cornmeal because we need that texture. And then the rest of this is going to be for the Spanikopita, to be honest. So it's actually, it looks like it might be a lot, but it actually is not that much. Mainly because we got basic ingredients in here like butter, flour, and sugar. But that's really it. And look, I finally went and got a brush. Hallelujah. Connie! Hey, how's it going? My pronunciation is better, thank you. Connie is full-on Greek. She is the one that I'm actually going to be cooking these dishes for here in a few weeks. This is why we're practicing them, because I want to get comfortable with these dishes. So I know Connie personally, she's an amazing human. So I'm glad she's here, because then she can tell me if I screw this up or not. For real. I'm nervous about the dessert, only because I don't do a lot of desserts in my idea of a good dessert is the easiest one that I know how to make, and that's creme brulee. That's like 4 ingredients. All right. So, I think I can handle it. I'm pretty confident. In fact, let me take that back. I know I can handle it. I wouldn't do it otherwise, but I am a bit nervous because desserts are a bit outside my comfort zone. Let me put it that way. Okay, so now I have a brush finally, because remember months ago, literally months ago, you know what, I'm gonna take a drink. Oh, thank you. I'm so excited, I can't wait to taste your Greek food. My mom is like, yeah, I know, it's gonna be awesome. I love it. Yeah, her mom is turning good. Full Greek family, so a lot of pressure, because I gotta get it right. What was I gonna say? Yeah, remember my other brush fell apart. It was like a normal one and the bristles were coming out. It was when we made that kitschy TikTok video, the braided salmon thing, I think like for the first or second time. And I remember eating the salmon and pulling the little hairs out, because it wasn't plastic like this one, which is why I got a plastic one. Pulling the little hairs out. I honestly thought that they were fish bones when I first had it. And I'm like, oh, well, they didn't debone the fish well enough. And I just pulled them out, and it's not a big deal. But then it did it again later, and then I'm like, that's not fish bones. That's my damn brush disintegrating on my dish. It's a good thing I didn't serve that for anybody. I'm just like, I would have been so mortified. All right, so when someone serves cold revenge, the dish is always very good. Basically, yeah, I know, right? That's that. For me as a nerd, it's Klingon from Star Trek. They always do that one. But yeah, so back to black, as my fiance likes to say. So that being said, for the first dish, for the dessert that I'm going to make, I'm going to be referencing the recipe pretty heavily, just because I got to make sure that I get the process right. The ingredients are fine. We're going to make the syrup first, then we're going to move on and make the custard. Then we'll build the dessert and then throw it in the oven. After we're done, the dessert will be hot, and then the topping will be cold. And then we're gonna smear that all over it, and then that's it. It's done. So we're doing that one first. Where's the ouzo? Man, I don't actually like ouzo. I'm sorry. I tried so hard. I dated this Greek girl when I was in my early 20s, and my buddy Ron really liked ouzo too. So he'd put it in the freezer, and we'd do shots of that stuff. Man, did that mess me up. That stuff is strong, no joke. But I just don't like the flavor of it. So. Do that after I make the dessert. Galaktoboureko. Anyway, the Spanikopita is what I'm really excited. Now, for the Spanikopita, there's 2 ways to do the. There's 2 ways to make it. There's the one that you make them in little triangles, which is what we're going to do today. Or there's a way to do it where it's just a casserole, where it's just a sheet. That's probably the more traditional way, at least from the limited amount of research that I did. Plus, you know, imagine that this comes from. This is a very old dish, because Greek culture is a very old culture. It's one of the first out there. So it's a very old dish. So they probably weren't forming them into triangles until later. So it probably started out the most traditional way. It would make sense for it to start out in just the sheets, because it's easy to make. If you're making something a lot, you want to make it easy, you want to make it fast, that's probably the easiest way to do that. But I want to do it a little cooler, so I really like the individual bite-sized triangle pieces. So that's what we're going to do today, because it's not too much extra work and it's really fun. So plus I want to try it out. You know, why not? Americans generally don't like licorice flavor. Yeah, I don't. I hate licorice. Can't stand it. That's why I don't use a lot of leeks. Although I got a couple recipes that I want to try out after we're done with the Greek stuff that involve leeks, because it's one of those things that I've avoided using because I know it tastes like tarragon it's got that licorice anise flavor to it. But I really want to I want to try it. Because I mean, leek is such a great vegetable, and it's a very widely and commonly used vegetable, and I really want to try it out. So I'm going to start working on that. And tarragon's really good, especially when you add it into a hollandaise sauce. It makes an amazing sauce. Has anyone tried bribing your classmates for pics? Of me, like when I was younger? Dude, I'll post those. I think I've posted them in my other Discord. I have no shame. I look like a total dork, and I will totally post pictures of me as a kid. Like, you could ask my sister. That's InterArtist Studio in the chat. She has seen me, and she's seen me post these pictures. Like, the best ones, in my opinion, are the ones from my senior pictures. 1993, by the way, is when I graduated high school. Dude, they were so bad. So bad. She said her pics are not worth it, €1. Jenny looked better in high school than I did, let's be honest. My sisters definitely, puberty did well for them, but not me. I didn't get better until later, well later. Like, puberty did not treat me well. I was 5'10", the height I am now, and 135 pounds soaking wet. Like, I was a beanpole, man. Like, I was just a stick. Like, total on nerd, just, yeah, everything. I was playing the cello. I was like... and then she told me she was a lesbian. That's hilarious. Wait, I know at least one recipe from ancient Mesopotamia that was served for years called tuhu. Oh, that's cool. Taki, can you post that? I'd really like that. I love those. I love food history. Absolutely love food history. I love that stuff. Let's see. Sweating leeks makes the home smell awesome. Our whole family loves leeks. Uzo puts me flat on my face and feel like, wait. I love it. Randy is still a beanpole. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm 200 now because I got a little belly from my health issues over the last 10 months. But even before that, when I was still lean, sitting at about 12% body fat, I think I was only 180, you know. And I had more muscle on me at that point. And my body doesn't carry a lot of muscle. I'm never going to have, unless I do steroids, which I'm not, but if I ever did steroids, that's the only way for me to seriously pack on size. My frame's just not built for that. Anyway. 6 foot 400 pounds, that is a lot of human, Taki. That's some Norwegian blood, brother. Is that a red Greek wine? No, Connie, so this is, it's right. I always try to tell people what I'm drinking today. So this is just Apothic Pinot Noir. I got this for our last dish last week, the moussaka, which, by the way, oh my God, that dish, that moussaka was so good. Steroid shrinks your nads? Yeah, but only temporarily because it shuts down your hormone production. I was a personal trainer and I dealt with people that did steroids, so I had to learn a lot about it. So yes, that steroids does because just, so I'll go off on a rant here for just a second. By the way, let me turn the oven on. 325 for that custard dish. Okay, so steroids with regards to male testicles, so the male testicles, their job is to, besides producing sperm, is also to produce testosterone. That's the primary source of, not the only one, but the primary source of testosterone for men. When you have superhuman levels of testosterone floating in the bloodstream, your body figures that out. So look at it this way. So a beginner cycle of steroids of testosterone is 500 milligrams once a week, right? Hormone replacement therapy for men that are aging that don't have enough testosterone in them anymore is only 50 milligrams a week. So that's how much. They're doing 10 times the amount of testosterone that they actually are supposed to have running in their system. So the body figures this out and there's like, okay, we have way too much test in our system. We're going to bring the testes offline. They no longer need to do their job. They'll still produce sperm, but they don't need to produce testosterone anymore, so they shrink. That's why they shrink, because they're offline. Now, the normal cycle for most steroid users, guys anyway, because girls, when they do it, it's shorter, but when guys do it, it's about 12 weeks. And then they'll cycle off for at least 12 weeks. And then they'll do post-cycle therapy so they don't have the aromatization effects, getting boobs and that kind of stuff, because estrogen bounces way high, so they have to limit that. And that's because as estrogen and testosterone work in opposition to one another. So if they only do 12 weeks and it's like the first or second cycle, then 9 times out of 10, their testosterone will come back online and the balls will get bigger again. So yes, it does cause them to shrink, but only temporarily. But if they only do a regular normal cycle. Now, guys like professional bodybuilders that have been doing this all over and over, and they do even more. Like they do something called trenbolone. They call it dragon's blood. That's like even 10 times, I don't know the actual number, but it's much, much stronger than regular testosterone, which is one of the variants of testosterone. It's how it's the ester that it sits in. But it's like so much stronger. It is super strong. And they're doing that along with growth hormone. They'll even do insulin because insulin is actually anabolic. So they'll do HGH, human growth hormone. So they do a whole thing. That's how they get those super huge, massive dudes at the Olympia and the Arnold every year. That's the only way to get that big. I have friends that are personal friends of mine. They do that. And it's crazy. I'm not going to fault them for doing it. It's your body. Do whatever you want to your own body. That's your body. Nobody has a right to tell you what to do. As long as you're not harming anyone else, who cares? I may not ever do that. I definitely won't ever do that, but I'm not going to judge them for it. So that's my whole, I'm pretty chill about most things. I mean, I think everybody should have the right to do whatever they want to do as long as they're not harming anyone else. Why do we get a say on what they do? Just because we disagree with it? No. Too bad. You may not like the fact that they're over there doing X, Y, and Z, but that's on you, not on them. They're allowed to live their life. They're allowed to live their best life. And they ain't harming you for doing whatever it is that makes them happy. Sorry. That's my rant. Sorry. I told you. I'll go on this rant. Much more than cooking. We are getting... Yeah, I know. These are the rants I was telling you about, Connie. I'm so sorry. I'm not even drunk, and I'm ranting, and I'm not even starting to cook. All right, so... Now, what we need to do is we need to actually start cooking. So, let me see. So, sometimes roid rage, Taki. Roid rage is something that the media blew up because it is a negative effect, and it's sensational. So, the media in America loves sensationalism because it sells. Roid rage only happens if the person is already an angry individual before they do steroids. Then it's more likely that they will have an episode of roid rage. I've seen it. I've seen it happen in person. It's scary as shit because you've got this monster dude who's roided out and he's just going, oh, and that vein in the forehead popping out, and your face is red to begin with when you're on it, and his is even more red because he's angry. So yeah, it's super scary. But roid rage is actually uncommon. I won't say rare. It's uncommon for people that do steroids. Most of the people that I know that do steroids, men and women, they're super chill, even on it. They got a lot more energy. They got a hell of a lot more energy, and they actually feel really, really good on it. That's one of the main byproducts of an increased amount of testosterone is you have this incredible sense of well-being. And you just feel on top of the world. So these people are actually generally feeling pretty good. So. You're sitting in biology class? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm going off on my thing now. All right, so anyway, let me look at this Spanikopita recipe and see where we start. Not Spanikopita, I'm sorry, Galaktoboureko. All right, so now, one of the things, remember what I told you, we needed semolina? I couldn't find semolina, okay? So we're gonna use a little bit of cornmeal. Semolina everybody's actually very familiar with semolina flour. It is flour, I'm sorry. Semolina flour is almost always used on the bottom of pizza dough. So if you ever get pizza and those little grains that fall off when you pick up the pizza, Pizza Hut's real bad for this one, by the way. Not bad, but there's a lot on Pizza Hut pizza dough. It's usually to help it from sticking on whatever surface that they're baking the pizza on. If it's in an oven, a stove oven, a regular oven, pulling it out on those cool wooden paddles, whatever. It's just a way for it to not stick to something. That's what that one use is for. It can be used for other things. In this case, we're using it for a bit of texture. I'm going to fuck around and find out because I'm not sure if... So cornmeal is like that. Cornmeal is very granular. It's very large granules, and it has a certain texture. I'm going to try maybe like a 1-to-4 mixture of regular AP flour and the cornmeal mix. So, like for instance, I'm supposed to use 6 ounces of semolina flour. So what I'll do is I'll probably use 5 ounces of white flour and then 1 ounce of this because I want to impart the texture that it's supposed to have. It may not work. I don't know. I'm going to try it out. But one of the things when I was doing these recipes is that they were talking about the texture that normally you can use AP flour in place of semolina, but you're going to lose out on the texture. It'll still behave in the way you want it to when you bake it, but the texture won't be the same because semolina flour is a bit more grainy than regular AP flour. It's finer, you know. So that's why I'm adding a little bit of corn flour to it to see if we can do the same thing, you know. I don't know. It may not work. Again, also, I've never had this dish, so. All right, so we got to work for the syrup first. The syrup is just a simple syrup. Water, sugar, honey, lemon, cinnamon stick, and lemon juice. Yeah, that's not hard. That's not bad. Let's get that going here, actually. So, into a small pan, add the sugar, the water, lemon peel, which I'm not going to do lemon peel. I'm just going to do lemon juice, cinnamon stick. Bring to a boil. All right, 10 drops. So we need 20 ounces of sugar and 11 ounces of water. All right, 325, 575. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, so thanks. No thanks. Yeah, Iggy, I'm not recommending steroids for anybody. I was just having the conversation. And Taki, you do know how to set me off. Shut up. All right, so don't be sorry. This is good info. You got the smarts to share it with us. I'm an exercise physiologist and appreciate the info. Yeah, I know. Connie actually was managing Anytime Fitnesses during the shutdown, and that's how I met her because I was managing one too. So, oh yeah, sorry. I tried to use the regular words for it. So, let's see. Was a manager at Domino's every day. I get covered. Yeah. Yeah. She's 90, so yeah, that's my mom does. My mom's 70 and she didn't like that either. So she's like, "Do you have to curse so much?" All right. Need some water. Be right back. Just getting some water. And whew, it's smoky. I got something I turned my oven on. I think I got something in my oven that's burning. Oh yeah, it looks like something dripped down on the bottom. There. It's not too bad, but just in case, I'm going to take the smoke detector offline because I don't need that thing going off. Whew. You know what? Let's open up a window too. I got to clean my oven. All right. So, yeah, there goes my cat. He's like, "Oh my God, the door's open." Let's see. We need 575 of sugar. So, by the way, if you ever, I was a bartender for a hot minute, and if you ever want to know how to make simple syrup, it is literally just sugar and water and then warmed up. That is literally all it is. Woo! That's basically 2 cups of sugar is what it's looking like. Can you tell I'm not used to the grams? It's so American it hurts. Let's see. Yeah, my mom doesn't swear at all, which is actually kind of cute because every once in a while she'll slip up and she'll be like, "Oh shit," ooh! You know, she'll catch herself. It's like, "Oh." It's actually really cute. All right, so let's go over the burners to check this out. Oh, that's good. Okay. This is a bit off, so let's fix this. There we go. You know, we'll move it a little closer here so we can... All right, I'm just warming this up right now. I'm going to add in the sugar. There's a lot of sugar, yo. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get my sink of water going. Bad on me, man. You guys know me. Same old G, but I've been low-key. Hated on. All right. So it's basically 2-to-1 ratio of sugar to water. Just stir it together to combine it. Gotta let that water dissolve. You come over here. Yeah, Connie's a Marine. That means she's a badass. I got family that was in the Marines. We need a tablespoon of honey, a little bit of lemon, a cinnamon stick. Do I have a regular? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Where's my honey? Sugar, sugar. Honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And you got me wanting you. Yeah, I can't sing. Oh no, I can't sing. Alright, this is getting pretty good. This needs to be fairly thick, by the way. So if we need to cook it down a little bit, we will. But you got to make sure that all the sugar is dissolved, and because there's so much sugar in here, it's going to take it a hot minute. Because it's getting hot, and it'll take a minute. Hot minute. No? Wow. Alright, tough room. It's starting to thicken up. It's not too bad. Alright. Alright, so... everything but the honey gets added in. And we're going to bring it to a boil. Drop that cinnamon stick in. Man, I love the way cinnamon sticks look. That's just so cool. Just a little bit of lemon juice. And it said to add the honey after it comes to a boil. Yeah, that's getting nice and thick. Love it. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful and everything that you do. Ah! I can't hit that high up. I ain't gonna try. Ask a drill sergeant. Man, you know the only thing it reminds me of is the first 45 minutes of Full Metal Jacket, man. Tell you what. See, someone with taste. Lewis loves my dad jokes. You can stay. You're invited to the barbecue or the cookout. Ah, there we go. Look at that. See how it cleared up? Remember it was cloudy before that, but now look, you can see the bottom. That means all the sugar has dissolved. That's so cool. And look how it's much thicker now. It's still fairly thin because it's, you know, all that water in there, but that's really cool. I love that. That tastes really good because it's basically just sugar. You know, I'm really concerned because I think I've only got a half a bottle of wine, and I don't think that's going to be enough for me today. So your mom doesn't use a cinnamon stick. Okay, hold on. So your mom doesn't use a cinnamon stick, and either do I. All right, so okay, so maybe not on the cinnamon stick. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Well, I want to try it out. If it's too much, I'll definitely know, because last time I used a cinnamon stick, I can't remember what I was making, but I used a cinnamon stick for it, and it was a savory dish, and it was too much. I think I needed to use half as much, because cinnamon sticks are so strong. And I love that it's the bark of a tree, or the bark of a plant, right? That's so cool. All right, let's check this out. Remember, we're just trying to get it to a boil, and then we take it off and we add our honey. We're using about a tablespoon of honey, and then we're going to let this cool. Got some bubbles going. Come on. Don't be cruel. I do the heart that's true. All right, that's a boil. That's good enough. I'm going to add a lot of honey. I love honey. I love the flavor that it brings, so I want to add a little bit more than... I think I added 2 tablespoons to this. I love honey. I hate tea, but sometimes I'll drink tea just so I can have the honey. The only time I ever drink tea is when I'm sick. I'm a huge baby when I'm sick. Oh wow, yeah, that tastes so much better. All right, we're gonna let that sit. All right, that was easy enough. That is done. Let's put some of our stuff away. The lemon juice is just used to brighten it up. You don't want it to taste lemony, all right? The point of the lemon juice is to brighten it up and to enhance the flavor. So you can always tell when that's the case because when the recipe calls for just a little bit, in this case it was looking for a lemon peel, which I didn't use because I didn't want to go buy a lemon. And because I wouldn't use the lemon for anything, so it would just been a waste. And then 10 drops of lemon juice. That is such a little amount for the amount that we've got over there. So I knew right away, based off past experience, that all they're doing is they're just trying to enhance and brighten the flavor of whatever it is we're adding to it. So when you add just a little bit of lemon juice to where you can't really taste the lemon, that means they're just trying to brighten it up. It's a way, lemon juice is one way to use lemon juice rather, is to brighten up a dish. Is to take a heavy dish and make it feel a little bit lighter. Now there's a threshold. When you start adding the lemon juice, then even once you start tasting the lemon, you're no longer brightening the dish. You have, but now it's going to taste lemony. And not like a lot, it's a spectrum. It's not like you flip a switch or anything, but that's how you use lemon juice. That's one of the ways you use lemon juice, is that you can use just a little bit to brighten a dish and to enhance flavor. If you start using more, then you're using it for the lemon flavor rather than to brighten the dish. It's just different applications, that's all. Okay. 6 viewers? Yeah. Well, that's pretty good for right now. Like, I'm just starting out, so, I mean, we've only got, what, 80 some odd people that are following me, so, you know, they usually tell me about 10% of your subscribers are the ones that watch, so we're doing pretty good. Not gonna say. All right. Honey makes you feel sick, Lois? Really? Interesting. Normally it's the other way around. Like, honey is used as a general curative. Like when you're sick, they tell you to do honey. One of the reasons I do, like this is a Great Lakes honey. This is, and I live near the Great Lakes. So I like to take honey in on a somewhat regular basis just because it helps with allergies. Like in the spring, I'll have more honey just because it helps with seasonal allergies as long as it's local honey. Because remember, the bees pollinate the honey and the flowers in the same region. So it's actually, there's good data on this because I'm a huge nerd and I'm all about that data and the numbers and good scientific research. And there's good data to back up the idea that bees that pollinate in your area and then you eat the honey from those same bees, then you're going to help, it'll help, it doesn't get rid of, but it helps you combat some of your more severe allergic reactions. So, and of course it varies on person to person, you know, it's whatever. All right. When I was sick, my mom would give me hot milk with honey. Yeah, I don't know about hot milk with honey. I don't like hot milk. My grandfather used to drink a glass of warm milk every night. It helped him go to sleep, and a lot of people say that. It's probably because of the sugar. Maybe he was a little diabetic. All right, let's get back to work. All right, so now we got to prepare the custard. We're going to go into a saucepan. We're going to do the milk, the cream, the sugar, which is fairly basic. Bring it to a boil, then we add the semolina and the vanilla. Then we turn the heat down, whisking, add some butter. And then we got to let it cool down, then we move on to our egg mixture. So we actually make a meringue with this, weirdly enough. All right, so I need a saucepan. So my one saucepan is being used. So let's do this. We'll use this. So I'm going to switch this out, bring you over here. All right. So let me entertain you. Oh, that's so hot. Oh my God, that's so hot. Whew. Just stuck my fingers in my sink of hot water and it's too hot. Woo! Hot damn! Oh, that's hot. All God. I need, I'll deal with the semolina in a second, but what I need is sugar, milk. I need 7.5 ounces of sugar, and it looks like 11, 17, so 500 milligrams of milk. Let's do the milligrams, because that's on the thing on the side here. So 2 cups of milk. Let's drop that over here. For those of you wondering, I broke my handle, and I forgot to go get a new one today while I was at the thing. All right, and then sugar, so 220 milligrams of sugar. Here, you know what? Let's switch over here, because we're doing more work over here. All right. All right. There we go. Okay, so I don't know how much egg extract, teaspoon. There we go. Can you tell how well I measure? Let me get that butter ready. I need an ounce of butter, so that's a tablespoon. I wonder how much flavor that actually imparts, you know? And then heavy cream. Do we need the heavy cream in there? Yes, so we need the heavy cream as well. So that's going to be 500 grams of heavy cream. Woo! Man, I'm so excited for this. I have a huge sweet tooth, so I'm all about this. Get another 2 cups of heavy cream. So it looks like we're making half and half, basically. So, because we're using 2 cups of milk and 2 cups of cream. Perfect. Look at that. Wow, I couldn't have planned that any better. That is awesome. Holy crap, that's great. All right, used every last bit of the heavy cream that I had. Can't ask for a better result. All right, so we'll need 4 eggs and the semolina, which will need 6 ounces of that. So let me get that ready. The egg and the semolina. So, oh, you know what? It looks like I was supposed to divide up some of the sugar in order to add it to the eggs. I think we'll be okay, but I know why they did that. It allows the eggs to remain a bit more consistent. That's okay. We'll, okay. The semolina, so we need how much again of that? Where's it at? 160 grams. So, I'm going to add in just a little bit of this. Let's add just a little bit of this cornstarch here. Or not cornstarch, wow, cornmeal. All right, and then the rest is going to be flour. Even it out. Yep. I'm going to use a spoon for this. Perfect. Look at that. Oh my God. Man, I'm nailing it today. Go me. I really am not this egotistical. Oh Lord. All right, here we go. Put the milk away. Remember, clean up after yourself as you're going along. It'll make your life easier. I know I harp on that, you guys, but seriously. All right. I believe we add the semolina as it heats up. So I think we're supposed to bring it to a boil first. Let's see, as soon as it comes to a boil, yes, then add in the semolina while we're mixing. Once it becomes creamy, then we remove it, add the butter and fold it in, then we let it cool down. Awesome. Easy enough, right? Okay. Scratch and sniff option. I don't know, sometimes when I burn that bacon, I don't think we want to smell what my kitchen smells like. Near the end, maybe we could flip a switch and near the end we could have like the smell option when everything smells really good. Oh, that's good. All right, round 2. You know what, let's just finish it off. That's a 4-ounce pour, right? All right. And that's the only wine I got today. Everything else is the Beyonce's. We have so much wine in the house, but it's all hers because she don't drink wine like I do. All right. Do I need nutmeg for this one, or is that later? Phyllo. Where's the nutmeg coming in? Oh, the nutmeg's for the Spanikopita. Okay, sorry. All right, so really all we need is the eggs separated into whites and yolks. So I'm going to need to get out my baby for this next part. This is my baby. Love this thing. All right, let's get this. Oh, you know what? I just realized that this is not centered. My apologies, you guys. Why don't you tell me about this? Oh, you know what? Hold on. There we go. Yay, there we go. Much better. Okay, so let's get this. There we go. So we're making a meringue. If anybody has ever made a meringue, basically it's just the egg yolks, or the egg whites rather, and some sugar. That's really all it is. All right. Let's go check our thing over here. Yep, we're done. We need to bring it down. Now we're going to whisk it, and we're going to add in our semolina. Don't leave this thing alone for too long because you'll burn the sugar and the milk solids in there. So let's switch this over here so you guys can take a look. All right, so we've already added the vanilla. Trying to get all the bits out of there. There we go. Okay. So basically this is making a liquid roux because we've added our flour to our fat, which is our milk, or rather, I'm sorry, we're bechamel, not a roux, our bechamel, because we're going to add butter at the end, which technically would make this a bechamel, which is butter, flour, and milk, or cream, and we got both in here. You got to mix this and keep it moving. We got it on a low heat, and I need something to grab this thing because this is hot. This is hot. I'll test for flavor here in a second. Oh, you guys see that, right? Cool. All right, cool. Na-na-na-na-na. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Will our intrepid hero, be able to make the Greek dish he cannot pronounce? Yeah, this is getting nice and creamy. Plus, we need to leave it on the heat for at least a minute in order to cook out the floury flavor. We don't want it to taste like flour. That is not a desirable flavor. I'm so excited for this dish. It smells amazing. It smells like sweet honey and sugar. Oh. All right, let's check it out. That's really good. It's not overly sweet. Now remember, when we're done, we're going to take it and fold in the butter after we take it off the heat. That means we need it. I can still taste, it still tastes a little bit floury, so we're going to leave it going for another minute here. All right, that one's pretty good. I like that. That's actually really, really good. I'm excited. The flavor is very similar to creme brulee and flan. There's not the caramelization that's involved with flan yet, and we may not have that, which is okay, but it's very reminiscent of it, which is not a bad thing. Which makes sense because the ingredients are very similar. A lot of desserts start out the same way, with the same ingredients rather. They incorporate a lot of the same ingredients. It's just a question of application of heat and process after that determines what the final outcome is. Same for breads, actually. A lot of baking's like that. Maybe that's why I don't like baking, you know? I don't know. There's definitely commonalities involved in cooking, savory and sweet. We don't want this to become lumpy. That's why we got to keep it moving. All right, this should be good. I'm going to take it off the heat. This is a good texture. It'll thicken up as it cools. Oh, I love this. This is a low down-tempo version of a Frank Sinatra song. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. I love Frank Sinatra, especially when I'm drunk. All right. Wow. That tastes really good. Okay, so we're going to leave this alone. We'll come back and babysit it every once in a while. All right, so now we got to get our phyllo dough ready. Actually, let's get this ready first, our meringue. So we need 4 eggs, right? You sound good. You're clearly not drunk yet? All right, all right. I will make up for lost time. Marinate it, put garlic under the skin, and coat it in the mixer first. What are you guys talking about? Oh, that's good. Woo! All right. It does not go well with that dessert, by the way. All right, let me make sure I got the right amount of eggs. Yes. All right, so I do need to keep my egg yolks. So we're going to drop the yolks in here. Yeah. Go. Spit roasted lamb. Oh, nice. I love it. Did you see the kitty? Here. So, Louis, if you're still here, we have a cat named Louis. Here's Louis. What's up, Louis? What's up, buddy? What you doing? Where's Fuzzy? My cat is Fuzzy. My daughter named him because he's fuzzy, and I don't know where he's at. Here, hold on. Let's see if I can. I bet he's sleeping in here. No. No. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. Oh, well. He's around here somewhere, I'm sure. Okay. Now you guys get to see the floor of my apartment. All right, so. That is not what I want. I want cutting board day. Here we go. I love it. All right, so we're going to separate the yolks. Why do you look like you're blind? Who knows, man? Who knows? I probably am a little bit. All right, so one. Basically, and the easiest way to separate the yolks from the whites is to just slightly crack the egg in your hand and slightly open the, come on now. There we go. There we go. Slightly open your fingers, like widen them a little bit, and then shake it. And then the yolk itself should separate, and the white should separate below your hand, and then the yolk should stay in your hand, just like you're seeing on live TV. Close your palm. Oh no! Oh, are you kidding me? I gotta throw all this away. Like I have to throw that away because I can't have any yolk in there. The meringue will not work if there's any amount of yolk in there. Damn. It's a waste of 4 eggs. Oh well. Alright, let's try it again. That upsets me. Alright. There we go. Now, because I don't need the other yolks, I'm going to break them over the garbage can just because I'm not going to keep them. You cursed me. Thanks, Brooks. I think it's because I cracked the yolk, and the yolk was bleeding into, just like that one, a little bit. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to try to leave that in there and see if we're okay. Okay. There's 3. 1 more. 4. Okay. Now we just need to add in our sugar. But I think what I'll do is I'll get our meringue going first. Basically, we're just whipping it and incorporating air. All right. Thank you. Yeah, Taki, thank you. Of course it's a KitchenAid mixer, Connie. KitchenAid is the only mixer. This is my baby. I want to paint it and put like flames on it or something. All right, while that's going, I need another whisk. Ah, here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk this with the eggs. This will allow me to incorporate it into the meringue, if I read this correctly. No, I'm sorry. I think I added to the custard. All right, so check this out. So you guys can see what's happening right now. Here you can see all the foam that's building up there. So what we're going to do is, to test it, we're going to take this part out, dip it in there, and we pull it off, and it's going to have these soft peaks on there that are going to maintain their shape. That's how we know we're done. All right. I'm doing the same thing to the yolks. I need a drink. I need a drink. Ooh, hot damn. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Oh, yeah, baby. We're incorporating air into both. All right, let's check this out. I know this isn't done, but let's check it out and see what happens. Yes, Taki, 100%. All right, so we're not done yet. You know, you can tell. Look. Here, let's switch this over to this camera so you can see. Okay, so look. See how it falls off? Too weak. It is weak. So, we want to keep it going. Okay? All right, here we go. Let me check the chat here. Yeah, Connie, I don't really play it that much anymore, but yeah, I still have it. It's broken at the moment. Actually, at the moment, I need to get new strings. Beaten into meringues and combined with a semolina-based cream. Okay. So, according to the recipe, once our meringue mixture is done, we're going to slowly add that into this. And then we're going to add this to our cream. Then we're going to assemble it and throw it in the oven. This is why I don't do desserts. There's so many steps. A Spanikopita, wait till we do the Spanikopita. It's not going to take any amount of time. If we're doing it for an hour, I'll be impressed. Look how yellow and fluffy this is getting because all the air we're incorporating in there, okay? That's awesome. We're getting close on the meringue. If the egg white doesn't hold the shape, it is weak. I think we're okay on the egg whites. We're basically making hollandaise at this point. The land of 1,000 whips. Oh, there's Fuzzy. Here, come here. Fuzzy. What's up? Fuzzy, what are you doing, man? Where you been? What's up, buddy? You sure? That's Fuzzy. That's my boy. You're my boy, Blue! Alright. Let's check this out. Well, this is so I looked up, Connie, I looked up a couple different ways to do this recipe, and they all kind of said, like, this is from mygreekdish.com, so hopefully they're right. I also looked up, I think, the Mediterranean dish, or Mediterranean something. I looked up, I did a Google search for, like, traditional of this recipe, and I still can't pronounce it right. But I tried to find traditional. Oh, wow, look, we're getting close. See how it's kind of sticking? It's almost there. It's almost there. Okay. I tried to find traditional ways to do this. I realize it may deviate a little bit from your families because every family's got their own recipe. It's kind of like mole in Latin cultures. Every family's mole is different. But I wanted to find some commonalities, and I know how to make meringue, so I figured let's try this. It's at least playing to my strengths. My strengths are classic French and Italian cuisine because that's how I was trained. But we'll see. Taki, that's actually very true. Fuzzy is so needy lately. I don't know what's going on with him, man. He won't leave us alone. Hot damn, that's some good wine. Normally I'm all about the cabs, but that is a really strong Pinot Noir. Apothic, which you guys have seen me drink the red blend on here before. Apothic's a decent brand. For a $10 bottle of wine, Apothic is pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. That's not bad. We never did this way. We haven't had it this way. It's delicious. We never did the meringue variation. So cool that you're using a special training. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm outside my comfort zone. So I'm trying to make myself use the tools that I already have while experiencing new things. So we'll see. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, I won't do this again. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. All right, let me see what the next step is. Alright, so I believe this recipe is kind of... Yeah. All together the two mixtures. Okay. So this recipe is kind of crappy the way they worded, but I believe they want me to add the meringue and egg mixture into our cream mixture and then fold it all together and make an encased meringue or an encased dish. So I think we'll be okay. Alright, so close. Look, look, look. See how it's kind of hanging out? The little bit there, the little dangly bit, like a uvula in the back of your throat. So I'm going to give this just a little bit more because I really want this. See how when I turn it over, it doesn't hold up as much? I want it to, a stiff peak is what we want. Every time I've been trained, and I've been trained by several different chefs at this point, they all say the same line, stiff peaks. So that is not, that is a weak peak. It is weak. So, we're going to keep this going. It's got maybe another minute and then we'll be good. Then we're going to scoop this in here, mix them together. Mix them together and then we're going to add that into our cream mixture. We got to make sure that's cool enough though, otherwise it's going to curdle our eggs. And that's no bueno. Because we can't temper it. Ah, well, you know what? Maybe we can temper it a little bit. We'll try that. I'll explain that once I'm not talking over the mixture. All right, let's check it out. I think it's so close. Almost, almost, almost. You know what? I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. You guys, I'll be right back. Let me set this and go, and by the time I get back, we should be okay. Okay, back. I curdled the eggs when I was first learning how to make this, and I prepared it anyway to myself. It's still good. Yeah, I think the eggs won't change the flavor, just the texture. So, oh, look at this, you guys. This is perfect. Look, look, look. There. See how it still maintains shape? That's what we like. Perfect. All right, you guys. Let me wash my hands because I just used the restroom. do these 2 dishes in here real quick. Do your dishes as you go. You guys have heard me say it. I'll say it again. Do your dishes as you go. It makes your life easier in the end, I swear. Okay. Now, let me get rid of the mixer because I need some room. All right. Okay. So I think what we'll do, we'll add this in a little bit at a time, just like the rest. Oh no! Oh, I got lucky there. I think what we'll do is we'll add this in a little bit at a time. We want to mix it in slow, nice and easy. We don't want to break the mixture, which means it'll curdle or separate. Okay? There we go. It's added so much volume to it, it's crazy. Man, I'm really excited for this dish. I'm not gonna lie. This is just shaping up to be so cool. You guys know me. I'm not a baker, and I don't do desserts very often. So, which I'm gonna try to change. One of the big pushes I'm gonna try to do for this year is, besides get healthy, is breads. I really want to get into some breads and learn how to be very good at making at least the simple breads, you know. I don't need to learn how to make like the crazy ones like challah bread or anything like that. I want to learn to make breads, at least even just the most basic breads. So sourdough would probably be a challenge at this point. All right, so this is fully incorporated. Now let's get our other thing over here. Let's see if it's cooled enough. Wow, it's super thick. It's almost like got the consistency of oatmeal. Can you guys see that? And that's a lot of that is due to the semolina flour. Let me see. It really does. It's got the texture of oatmeal. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be that way. It tastes great though. All right. So, what I want to do at this point, tempering eggs. When you make creme brulee, you have to temper eggs, mainly because, like Connie said before, you can curdle the eggs, you can scramble them, you partially cook them. So they end up becoming very lumpy. That's not a texture that we want. So what I'll do here is I'll add just a little bit of this, or rather this, to this. We're not, so that way, because this is still pretty hot. And I'm unsure if this is hot enough to curdle our eggs. Anything above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, it's gonna, I think it's 50 degrees Celsius, I think. My math might be off, but we want to make sure, yeah, Connie's right. We're going for texture at this point. Flavor's fine, flavor's great, tastes great. But what we want to do is make sure the texture is right. In fact, this right here, if this doesn't become a bit more smooth after I add it to this, I'm actually going to press it through a sieve just to make sure that the texture is correct. I don't want lumpy texture. That's not something I want, even if we don't curdle the eggs. This oatmeal texture, I don't like. I don't want that. And I think it's because when I added the stuff over there, I think, I'll have to go back and look, but I think I may have not stirred it enough when I was adding in the flour. Like I added the flour in too quickly and it became lumpy, and then I didn't babysit it enough. I don't, it's not lumpy per se, but you can kind of see, like it's definitely got an oatmeal texture to it, and I don't know, I want to see what happens. But, so we're not going to add all of this heat to this cold thing to scramble the eggs. We're going to add a little bit of this and slowly bring this temperature up. That's tempering eggs. I don't know if we need it per se, but I'm kind of playing it safe because I've never done this recipe before, and I don't want to screw it up. So, let's get this out of here because I don't need this anymore. I am going to need a big ass spoon. Fuzzy, man, you know you can't be in here while I'm cooking, brother. I love you, but come on now. So we'll just add a spoonful at a time. If we did this Hollandaise, you got to do this for hollandaise. You also have to do this with creme brulee. You just add a little bit at a time to slowly bring the temperature up of the egg mixture that you're doing. With hollandaise, it's hot butter, clarified butter. With creme brulee, it's hot milk and heavy cream mixture that you're adding to your eggs. It's the exact same process. This way you don't scramble your eggs. Tastes good. All right. Hey, Demon SD, thank you. I'm sorry, Devmon52D. Thank you so much for following me, man. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you, brother or sister, whatever the case may be. Appreciate it. Okay, so, Taki, lumpiest for mashed potatoes. Iggy sent you? Oh, I love you, Iggy. Thank you, Iggy. How you been, Dev? I haven't seen you in a hot minute, man. All right, here we go. I can feel this getting warmer, so we're doing pretty good. I'm going to add the rest of it in here, because at this point the temperatures are closer to one another, that we don't have to worry about it like shocking it and cooking the eggs. And that's what we're trying to avoid. All right, let's check it out. Actually, the texture is much better. It's still a bit lumpy, but I'm not going to go through and push it through a sieve because I want to see what happens. I'm kind of curious. Will this texture even out as I bake it, or will it still be too lumpy when I'm done? This will let me know, because the next time I cook it, this will let me know if I need to push it through a sieve if it comes out like this again. So this is an experiment, guys. The flavor will be fine, and this is just for me and my fiance, so I'm not preparing this for anybody else, so I can fuck around and see and find out. Literally that. All right, so this is fairly warm. Here's our texture. It's looking pretty good. It's not nearly as lumpy, although it is still a bit. Just my struggle with my masters. Oh, man. Seriously. Bye, Connie. See you later, man. I love you. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. That tastes amazing. Let's just say that. Holy crap, that just tastes so good. All right, let me clean up my workspace a little bit. All right. We're going to move this off to the side. Get rid of our sugar. We don't need you anymore. We got so much sugar floating around here. All right, so now we're going to get our baking dish and we're going to basically assemble everything. Avengers, assemble! All right, let's see what I got for baking dishes here. Perfect. So now I believe, as with most things baking, I'm going to need to grease the bottom here. Let's see, we fold it together. Now we need to add butter on the bottom and the sides. I'm actually going to use Crisco. And then we take 6 sheets and put it on the bottom, letting them overlap. And then, so basically we're going to put our phyllo dough in here, 6 sheets of it, with it overlapping. And then we're going to let those curl around the side, and then we're going to put the custard in. We're going to cover the top with more phyllo, brush with butter, which means that I need to go melt some butter. Brush with butter, slice the top, I believe. No. Yes, we're going to scar the top. And then we're going to bake it. And that's it. All right, cool. We're almost done, guys. All right, here we go. Let's put this over here. Oh, first, let's... So this is literally right now the only thing that I use Crisco for. This is the only thing I use Crisco for. And no, this is not a plug, but because they don't give me any money. There we go. I should really flip that around. So this is the only thing they give me, or they don't give me any money for. So we used Crisco just to grease the pan. That's literally all we're doing. This is so it doesn't stick. All right, that's it. That's all we got to do. Very easy, awesome stuff. Hi, Iggy, welcome back. You two are so cute. All right, here we go. Now, it says to use 6 sheets, so let's take a look at our phyllo dough here. By the way, I will never make phyllo dough. This is a huge pain in the ass. We made it in culinary school, and I hated every minute of it. Not a fan. Besides, why would you when it's so easy just to get this? Okay, I believe, let me check. So, yeah, we sprinkle each sheet with melted butter. So let's get some butter, melt it up, and then that way we can sprinkle this with butter. God, I love microwaves. I'm so old I can remember when microwaves first came out. Chipotle betrayal. Please tell Brandy about that, my fiance. Oh my God. The great Chipotle betrayal of 2022. You know what it sounded like, though? It didn't sound like they got the order wrong. It sounded like you ate it and something bad happened. That's where my head went, because I'm a bastard. I'm so sorry, Iggy. All right, so let's get 1 sheet in here. I think we can at least do that. Phyllo dough is very, very delicate. Be careful when using this, okay? It is okay. Now remember, we want a little bit of overlap. We want a little bit of overlap, okay? And then we're going to take a little bit of this. And then we do our next one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other side. Yeah, baby. Ogres have layers. That's not a very good Scottish accent. My uncles would be very upset with me. We don't need to drown it in butter, by the way, guys. We're doing butter on each layer. It'll be cumulative. The effect will be cumulative. Seriously. We need 6 layers all day. But we need to have overlap on each side. Okay? The butter also acts as a glue for the layers themselves. Okay. Looks good, looks good. Come on. You have to be so delicate. I'm not a delicate man, Jenny. Once you start playing around with phyllo, man, you're gonna realize what I'm talking about here, how delicate it is. Okay, there we go. So we got 4 in here now. It says 6, so let's do another 2 horizontally here. The brilliant thing about phyllo dough is that you don't have to be exact. This doesn't have to look pretty. This is the bottom. This is the bottom pie crust that we're making here. I'm so excited to eat this. I cannot tell you. I may have to start making more desserts. I'm not going to lie. All right, last piece for the bottom. Then we're going to add in our custard. Okay. Look at this music, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is some chill ass music. Some good lo-fi hip hop. So it's paper thin. You're sharing with chat, right? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely paper thin. That's the nature of phyllo dough. It's supposed to be thin and delicate. Yes, I will share. I will mail you all pieces of this later. All right, so now we've got our, here, let me move this. Let's get our phyllo dough back up here. Hold on one second. Let me put the phyllo dough away. There we go. Okay. My box. Here we go. I need my box. We still need that, but I'm just putting it away so you guys can get a better view here. Okay, so here's the bottom part. So now let's add in, sorry, that's my phone going off, our custard. Okay. Can you tell I like Zelda? So now we fold this over. Okay, so we press it down just a little bit. Now we're going to drape over some phyllo. Here, let's do it this way so you guys can see better. We're going to drape over the phyllo over this top part now. And then we'll trim off the parts we don't need. I do need to just a little bit of butter because we need this to stick. Clearly this is not a healthy dessert. For real. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, we're going to do 6 sheets again. I believe that's what the recipe calls for. Let's check it out. Yeah, 6 sheets to the top. So we'll do the same thing. I think you missed out on a joke I did. What do you call an inherited wig? An heirloom? I love you, Taki. That joke's for life. All right. Let me make sure this is music I'm allowed to use. Hold on one second. Yeah, this is not. Here we go. All right. I don't want him to mute me, so we'll do some Mega Man music here. At least that's what it sounds like, right? Okay. So I'm gonna leave this part up here because I'm gonna trim it with a knife after. I kind of dig it. Like, I'm a huge nerd and from the 80s, so I'm kind of digging it, man. Not gonna lie. This is a bit tedious. I apologize, guys. I know it's not very exciting. Oy, there we go. I can't wait till my fiance comes home and sees this. She's not got as big of a sweet tooth as I do, but she still likes a good dessert. Okay. I'm gonna play some Back 4 Blood after this, yo. Nothing like drunken killing of the zombies. Oh yeah. Far too sober. Alright. 2 more sheets, I think. That should be good enough. There we go. Cool. Alright, a little more butter. You have a sugar intolerance? Really? Yeah, she'll love the spinach puffs. Definitely. 100%, Taki. What is a sugar intolerance? Do you have like an allergic reaction to it? Or are you pre-diabetic or diabetic? Like, I'm pre-diabetic, so I don't eat a lot of sugar, but... Now you want Greek food? Yes! I love that, Iggy. I love that that you want Greek food now. I'm doing my job if I make you hungry. Makes you feel sick? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that's okay. I actually personally know a few people that are like that, so I totally understand. A little bit goes a long way. That's actually really good because, you know, a lot of sugar is bad for the human body, so. All right, so I'm gonna use a paring knife. I don't want to use that. All right. So let me put this away. All right, you go over here. Can't eat anything chocolate? Oh my god, dude, that sucks. Alright, this is trying to tear on me, so I gotta be really careful. See how that corner is torn now? I really want to make sure that I get this as pretty as possible because this is the top part. This is what people are going to see. Boy, this is so delicate. Sorry I'm not talking, I'm trying to focus here. It's just really fighting me. Let me see what we got here. What's the damage here? Not too bad. Almost, all right. It's coming. You know what? I'll take it. That's not bad for the first attempt. What do you think? Pretty even. All right. Caprese salad. Oh, yeah, I love caprese. Mott's tomato basil. Oh, such a good combo. On pizza, too, by the way. Even with a red sauce. It'll work with a red sauce or a white sauce. Caprese. Oh, that combo. Seriously. All right, so now let's put a little butter on this. This sounds like a boss fight, doesn't it? This is some nostalgia stuff for me, man. Thai levels 5 spicy yet? Oh, I love Thai food. Our favorite, Brandy and I's favorite spot is Saigon Noodle House. Oh, so good. Their pho is so good. Which, when we're done with Greek week, or Greek month, so in 2 weeks, I'll be done. So we got one more broadcast after this. We're going to do more Greek food. We're going to finish off the menu that I'm making for the 19th. After that, then I really want to make some pho. I haven't done pho personally. I eat it all the time. It seems fairly straightforward. I definitely want to try it. So we're going to start hitting some Thai food after that, definitely. By the way, if you guys have any questions or any recommendations, hold on one second. Let me grab it. Hold on. I want you to join the Discord if you want. I'm not pressuring you to do it. I'm never going to be that guy. But if you want to hang out and give me recommendations, by all means, join the Discord, give me recipes. Taki just did. Definitely. All right, so it says to score this down to, you know, let's do it this way. I like the diagonals. I'm just creating pockets. This is probably so it won't blow up. This whole lot, we're making vents, I think is what we're doing. All right, so let me double check to make sure we don't need to cover this. Nope. All right. This is it. All right, here we go, guys. This is what it looks like going in. It's really liquidy. It says to sprinkle it with a little bit of water, so I'm going to do just that. And now it goes in the oven. All right, 60-minute timer. Done. Oh, shit, wait. The syrup. Do we have to put the syrup on it, or do we do that when we're done? Oh, okay, so when it's done. All right, so we put the syrup on when we're done. Whew! Thought I messed it up. All right. Taki, you are not nearly as weird as you think you are, dude. Unless you're holding back. Seriously. I mean, I dig on weird. I'm weird. Seriously. All right, so dish number 1 is done. This is going to be a long broadcast because that's 2:33 and we just finished our thing. All right, so we're going to be on here at least till 3:30. All right. Okay, so let's see what we got. Spanikopita. Now, for Spanikopita, it's a much simpler and easier process. We're still going to bake it, but because we're making them into tiny little triangles, it's only going to take about 15 minutes for them to bake, so not nearly as bad. I think what I'm going to do at that point, yeah. Well, it's 2:33 here, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some, I got these smash burgers that I make, and I'm going to make some fries with it. That's probably what I'm going to do, because I want to eat that. Actually, I'll do it without the fries. I'll just make the burgers, because I want to eat the Spanikopita with the burger. All right, so let's look at our Spanikopita recipe. This one, I believe, is so much easier. Really, all we got to do is we got to saute the onions, garlic, and spinach. Then we're going to add in eggs, feta, and dill. I believe so. Let me check. All right. Saute the onions with some butter, garlic, yeah, spinach, yeah. Let it cool, and then we're going to get everything else. All right, so let's start with that. We need at least our red onion and our garlic. Let's get a saute pan going. Oh, you know what? Let's do some dishes here too. Also, let's drink some more. Here's my leftover oil. I got one more use on that. I really do need to cook something with it. Maybe I'll make some fried chicken tonight. I feel like chicken tonight. All right. I'm going to use the rest of my melted butter here. Let's put you in here. Oh, you know what? Let's put you in the freezer. All right. Garlic, red onion. Finally, I get to use my chef knife. That's the thing with baking. That's probably why I don't like baking, because I don't get to use my chef knife. I'm very upset. I miss my chef knife. I love smash burgers. Yeah, I'll make some smash burgers. Maybe we'll do some Nashville hot wings next week. I don't know. Along with the Greek food. I saw a couple different recipes for this that said shallots, onions, red onions. I saw a couple different things. So I don't get to use red onions very often. That's why I went with them today. So that's why we're using red onions. I feel like if Connie were still here, I could ask her what the traditional method would be, because I really want to start with the traditional version. This is going to be a dice, small dice. Man, that smells good. All right, let's get this over to our pan. Need a little bit of olive oil. Let's get you guys over here with me too. So if you're going to be sauteing on high heat, you're going to need oil with your butter, just because the milk solids in the butter will burn. We do want to use butter with this just because we're going to brown the butter a little bit, and it's going to add a nice nutty flavor to it. Nutty. Because I'm a child. I love the smell of garlic. Garlic and onions, man. Seriously, is there anything better? Let's see. You need to learn to cook? Well, Louis, you're in the right channel, brother. I will teach you how to cook. You ask any question. Louis, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to bounce back and forth between Louis and Louis just because of my cat, man. But yeah, ask questions. Give me feedback. I thrive off of that. That's why I chose Twitch to communicate, because I want to make sure that I'm helping you guys out. So, if you guys want me to cook certain dishes or explain certain tricks that I take for granted, please tell me. I really want to know. Like, we'll go over, in the first week, we went over how to saute a chicken breast. Dude, I'll do that every week if that helps. How to make a good burger. I'll go over that too. Seriously, I love... One of my first jobs was teaching cello when I was a concert cellist. I love instructing. I love teaching. I love helping other people. Please, by all means, ask me questions in the Discord, in here. By all means, I will totally do that. If I fuck up, call me on it too, because we got a burn bacon counter of 2 times I burned bacon on camera. Because Taki or Turd gets me ranting on something, and I get drunk, and I forget about the bacon in the oven. Yes, Taki, 100%. Yeah, Taki is very, very knowledgeable. And he'll actually correct me on a few things that I've been incorrect on, which is why I really do appreciate him. I'm sad. I may have to switch to the white wine after this. All right, let me do a couple dishes while I'm waiting for these onions to saute a little bit. Gonna kill some zombies with my friends. Gonna kill some zombies. remember, whenever you guys are trying a dish for the first time, try to recreate the dish as faithfully as possible to what the recipe calls for. I will say, however, if you're an experienced cook, you can screw around a little more because you understand the theory. A lot of the techniques that we use in cooking are the same dish to dish. And once you recognize some of those techniques that are being utilized from one dish to another, you can play around a little bit with that recipe. But if you're not comfortable doing that, just do it as they say. Just because it's the first time you're making it, you are unsure as to how this dish is supposed to roll out. The person giving you the recipe, hopefully you trust them enough, they're basically telling you this will give you success. So, first time you make a dish, do it that way. New tweet from Stream Elements. Big thanks to Bandino for a minute. What is that? Alright, whatever. I don't care. I play Elden Ring, but seriously. Yeah, definitely, Devmon. 100%. The only thing I know is knead dough for pizza, but that's because of where. Yeah, but that's actually that's actually a very good technique to learn. Because that technique of learning to knead that pizza dough will apply to any dough out there, because all dough, well, most dough is kneaded and made almost the exact same way. So knowing how long to knead that dough without overworking it, and knowing that it needs to be, if you push your thumb into it, it's supposed to have a certain amount of spring back on it, that's actually very, very impressive. What does everyone like to do with their smash burgers? Yeah, good question, actually. What does everybody like to do with their smash burgers? For me, it's the what you do with the meat as well as the sauce that you use. I like Good Morning Burgers, which is a fried egg on top of it. That's my favorite. Love it. It's one of my favorite ways to do it. All right, so we've got that going. Let's check and see what we need next. We're going to need our spinach next, and then we're going to need to get our feta. How much feta do we need for this dish? 7 ounces, which is exactly this. Perfect. We're going to need a bowl. We're going to need our dill, feta, nutmeg. Don't need the vanilla anymore. We're done with that. We'll definitely need some salt and pepper. That looks really good. Smells even better. For real. Let's see. And then, oh, we need to add our garlic in. Let's add the garlic. I add garlic with abandon. With a reckless abandon. Because I love garlic. Oh yeah. So good! Alright. Alright, so we'll need to heat up more to cook this, but I think what we'll do is we'll get away with the 325, because I think this is at 350. I think it's close enough. Alright, we add the spinach. Woo! Too much water in my sink. I have such shallow sinks, man. Seriously. It's the only thing I don't like about this kitchen. Well, one of the few things I don't like about this kitchen. Alright, so. Now, let's add in our spinach. And add a whole thing of Popeye spinach here. We're going to do it in batches. So, believe it or not, there's actually a ton of water in spinach. So, one of the things that we have to do is we have to cook it down. Add 2 cloves of garlic. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. Slap out a tree of dough, which is, yeah, I know. I bet you're better at making dough than me. I guarantee you are. Lewis, I guarantee you are. 100%. Let me see how much of this dill I need. 1 to 2 tablespoons. Okay, so that's about pretty much all of this. Oh, I love the smell of fresh dill. That works. All right, dill done. You know what? Let's just put it in here. So we're gonna add everything to our add in our feta. All right, let's go back and check on this. See how much as the water evaporates, see how much it cooks down? For real. It's crazy. It's crazy how much spinach cooks down, man. It's just, every time it blows my mind. All right, I think I did it in 2 batches here. Probably should have done it in 3, but that's all right. We'll be a little more careful, and then all right, we're adding a pinch of nutmeg, which is way more than that. That was definitely not a pinch. Oh my God! Woo! All right. When John gets drunk, measuring goes out the window. All right. Do I need garlic for this? No, because I've got garlic in there. So we cook the spinach down and we add it all together. Do I need the eggs for this? Let's see. The spinach in batches. Yes, we need the eggs and then salt and pepper. So we need 2 eggs beaten. So in a separate dish, or bowl rather. Here, let's just use this one. Two whole eggs this time. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, and it's got blood in it. Gross. Damn. I ain't come across an egg yolk with blood in it in a long time. That was a bit much even for me. Not that I have a problem eating the blood, but seriously. I don't want to see it in my egg. Fun fact, blood is actually used to thicken and enrich sauces. Especially beef blood. Very, very good shit. Oh, wait. Holy shit. Let's see. Salt, baked, garlic, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's 100% right. I love that stuff. That's roasted garlic, basically. You don't necessarily need the salt, by the way, Taki, for that. You can if you want, but the nice thing about not using salt in that is it becomes more versatile in other dishes. That way you can kind of control the salt in your dish a bit better. Because think about it, even the roasted garlic that you're talking about making, you're trying to use it as an ingredient in another dish. So what if you over salt the other dish? You can't add the salted roasted garlic into it because it's already got salt. This is why I don't like salted butter and I don't like salted stock. There's no need for it because then it limits what you can do with it. That's why I don't use garlic salt, for crying out loud. I'd rather use garlic and salt. You need to control your salt just for the very taste. Mmm. Yes. Mmm. Woo! You'll impress your significant other. Yeah, that's true. One of the things that we did on one of those streams, remember we did the shrimp scampi, was that was just basically an easy recipe for people to impress whomever else they're trying to basically get laid with, but I mean to go on a date with, is to make an easy, simple recipe and say, here, let me cook for you. And people are like, oh, wow, because now cooking these days, especially in America, cooking is like a rare skill. So to demonstrate that skill is impressive for most people. And shrimp scampi is stupidly easy. So we're cooking out all the water. Almost done. We want to cook out all the water on this. We do not, if you don't cook the water out on this, your Spanikopita, the Phyllo dough, is going to get mushy. No bueno. Not good. Pasta dishes like olio, or just pesto pasta is cheap and easy. Yeah, a lot of pasta dishes are really easy because it's basically you can buy a pre-made sauce, boil the pasta, and add a protein, and then you got food. It's so sad that cooking is a rare skill from the product of cooking is something you directly benefit from. Very true, Devlon. I just made a deal where he starts his new job and I cook for him, so yeah, I love that, Louis. Tell your boyfriend, get to work. Like I cook for my fiance, so, and it's just because I like cooking. She's actually good at cooking. I just prefer to cook because I derive joy from cooking. But yeah, Desmond, you're right. It is kind of sad, but it's expected because at least in American culture, you don't really need to cook anymore. Like every 5 feet, there's fast food or grocery stores that have something you put in the microwave and nuke for a few minutes. It's super easy, it's super cheap, there's no cleanup or very limited cleanup as opposed to cooking. You know, you have all these extra things. The downside is that obviously it's very unhealthy to eat this way. So, you know, we're paying for it as a culture. 60% of us are overweight, 33% of us are morbidly obese. So, yes, it's definitely, there's positives and negatives. Don't get me wrong, every once in a while I really like going out to eat and getting some junk food. But honestly, the more I cook and the less I eat out, the more I'd rather have my food because, like, I ate Wendy's the other day just because I was in a rush. It was so not satisfying, and I felt bad on it. And it was just like, why do I do this? What's the point? I used to love that stuff, but now not so much. You know, it's just like, not a fan. You know, I want to give this a few minutes to cool down. I don't want it to scramble those eggs. So I'm going to take this, and put it in my freezer real quick, and then we're going to get a little more drunk. All right, there we go. All right. Let's put this in the freezer and let it cool down. We'll give it a few minutes, because it's only because we got eggs in our dish here, so I don't want it to scramble the eggs. Again, texture. It's not going to kill the dish, it's just going to change the texture, and that's not going to be a desirable effect. All right, so, excuse me. We're adding a red wine, which means we're going to have to drink the filters. Ooh! We got some champagne. What do you guys think? Stir fry? Well, so the easiest dish I could come up with was shrimp scampi. So, because shrimp cooks so quickly, you basically boil the pasta, you put the shrimp in the pan, you pink it up in 30 seconds aside, you pull it out, and then you add some shallots, white wine, some stock, salt, pepper, lemon juice, and chives, and that's it. And then you add your shrimp back in for the last few seconds, and then you're done. That's pretty much your dish. And you can throw a vegetable in with it, which is easy enough, like green beans or broccoli. You don't have to do anything but blanch them, and then you're good. Or maybe even saute them in the sauce with it. But that's the only reason I went with that. Stir fry has got a few more steps, but you're also right. It is a very easy dish. But again, easy is relative. One of the things that I learned when I first started doing this was that people, when I was like, okay, well, saute a chicken breast, and the girl that I was talking to was a friend of mine. She's like, wait. How do you saute a chicken breast? That took me back. I had to take a step back. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, wait. You don't know how to? She's like, no, I don't know how to saute a chicken breast. So there are things that we take for granted, no matter what we do. When we do things for so long and we get good at them, we do things for so long, we realize that, okay, wait. There are things that we're taking for granted now that are simple to us, but not to other people. And that really pulled me back and like, okay, wait, I need to take a step back and one, humble myself, and two, realize that there are skills that I have that a lot of people don't have, and I need to be able to relate those skills to those people in an encouraging way to make it seem not so daunting and make it seem easily accessible as well as easy to understand. So that's my big hurdle for the most part, is trying to convey the skills that I take for granted to other people so that they can do the things that I do. Because really, it's just practice. Okay, so let's do some champagne, guys. Seriously. Because I've had this thing for like a year, and I ain't never going to drink it otherwise, so we'll drink it over the next few days. Champagne, once you open it, is actually good for a few days as long as you cork it again. And I got so many extra corks. All right, so here's a teaching point. A lot of people, including myself, once upon a time. Oh no! Oh, come on now. Dropped my phone. A lot of people are actually scared of opening a champagne bottle. There's an easy trick to make it a lot easier to where you're not worried. Because what's the fear when we open a champagne bottle, right? Is that the cork, because it's under pressure, is going to pop off and blacken our eye or break something. Because that's funny and we see that on TV. The easiest way to do that is to cover it with a cloth and don't keep it tight. Keep it just a little bit loose. Hold it here because you need to be able to get a grip on it, right? So get your grip here. There you go. All right. Now, I'm holding the cloth down here. Okay. This is my pressure point. This is just for grip. Yeah, I know. Shut up, Taki. Yeah, it's a dasty. It's Martini and Rossi. It's a $15 bottle of champagne. So then you just twist that off until it pops, but it's not going to go anywhere because you have a grip on this here, which is going to keep it from going anywhere. So obviously now that this is off, because look, this is now too big to fit in here. I've got other cork bottles that I can utilize, but this can't go back on there. So make sure you got another cork bottle to use, or a cork top. But yeah, that's kind of it. So I don't know if I have a champagne flute, to be honest. No, I don't. But let's use a dirty glass here. All right. Don't judge me because I'm using a wine glass for a champagne, all right? Yeah, I was a bartender for about a year, so that was one of the tricks we learned. Was because I was terrified to actually open a bottle of champagne. Hey, Astros! I love you, Astro! Thank you! I miss you, buddy. Hey, man, I'm going to play some Back 4 Blood later if you got time, if you want to. Oh, Astro. I love you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Astro is such a sweet soul. Not because he subscribed. He's just sweet in general. All right, so let's try this champagne out because I'm out of wine, so we're going to the champagne. It's a lot sweeter. Woo! It's a lot sweeter. Ah! Woo! All right. Let me think. All right, so where are we at? We're waiting for our spinach to cool. You know what? Let me check it. It doesn't have to be super cool. That tastes good, though. I'll tell you what. Now, let's try it out. Here we go. Okay, cool. Man, I haven't seen you in a hot minute, Astro. How you been? Yeah, Lewis, definitely. Let's do it, brother. Seriously. Let's see if I think it's cool enough. I don't think we're gonna scramble our eggs here. So basically, we're just incorporating everything together at this point, and then we'll season it. You know what? I really want a little bit more feta. I like a lot of feta in mine, so. Glad to see you don the chef's attire once again. Thank you, brother. I love you, buddy. Seriously, I haven't seen you in a while. I've seen you online. I just didn't want to interrupt your gaming sessions. Plus, I did download the mining game. What is it? Deep Rock Galactic, so we have to try that out soon, too. You know what? I'm going to do the whole thing. Screw it. We're doubling the amount of feta. Just because I love cheese and I love feta, so let's try it out. Now, I haven't added any salt and pepper to this yet, so let's see what happens. Let's taste it, and then let's try it out. All right, so feta is very salty. That's why we don't add salt before we taste. It's actually pretty close. Probably a tablespoon of salt and pepper in there. Man, that's good. Whew. Got a little bit of sweetness on the back end with those red onions that we caramelized. Rockin' Stone. You printed it. Oh, Tacky, send a picture, man. Astro would love that. Put that in the Discord, brother. That'd be awesome. Astro really digs on, no joking, but, and no pun intended, but Astro really digs on Deep Rock Galactic. He got me to install it because he wants me to try it out. All right, here we go. Let's try this out now. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Oh, that's good. All right, next step is to make our triangles. Scoop it in. Okay, so we're going to need a damp towel. We cut it in 4 pieces. Sorry, you're looking at the back of my head there for a second. We're going to need a damp towel, which this is kind of damp, so we'll just use this. You know, we'll just... That way the phyllo dough doesn't dry out. Need some sanding and pain. Okay, so... let me check my recipe here. Remember, we're going by the recipes just because I'm not very good at this recipe yet. Okay, so we did all that. So we do 2 to 3 sheets at a time. Okay. We brush the top of the Spanikopita. We need a pastry sheet. All right, that's no problem. We're gonna need, I'm gonna put some Crisco on this bitch. Right. Man, this is going to be so freaking good. I love Spanikopita, you guys. Again, we're greasing our cookie sheet. Okay. Very good. Okay, so let's put you over here, you over here. Get the glasses out of the way, because clearly I don't need those. 2 to 3 of the pastries. I need a spoon. Do we use butter to cover this? Let me see. It says, first put the sheet of phyllo in the pan, sprinkled olive oil. Yeah, okay. Keep going, turn a little before I pastry, sprinkle olive oil. It says brush it with the olive oil, but I'm going to brush it with butter just because I already have the melted butter. It says scar with a sharp knife, so we need to vent it just like before. Okay. Awesome. Okay, no problem. So basically, you guys remember whenever we made our egg rolls and wontons? It's the same exact process. All right, let me check on the chat here. Oh, you guys are talking about his 3D printing. Okay. Beers and deer. All right, so... you know what? I'm on the opposite side here, so let me switch this around. Ooh. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Bring you back up here. There. Now you guys can see. Okay. I feel like this needs to be cut a little different. Where's my knife? There it is. I'm cutting this again because it doesn't seem like it's going to fold the right way. Yeah, here we go. This is what I want. Remember, we're making the triangles. I'm going to need some butter. Be patient, guys. I'm trying to figure this out as I go here. I feel like I need to do each layer first. Like, that's okay, but I don't like the way it's going to come out. Let's do this. Alright, so then a little bit of this. Again, I'm not super happy with that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's messy. Let's try to figure that out. All right, so I think what we need to do let's do this. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me look something up. Alright, here we go. Take the phyllo dough, roll it on a flat surface, layer 1 sheet, brush the melted butter, add the second, brush with butter, cut the dough vertically into 3-inch strips. Okay. All right. So let's do this. So I'm gonna get rid of these. Kipras! Hey, how are you? Oh my God! Thank you so much. Man, I was about to message you because I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? How was your holidays? I realized I was gone. I just want to check in with you, man. How are you and Tom and your husband? Yes. Well, Tom is your husband. Sorry. All right. So let's get this out. I'm so glad you're here, Kipras. I was really missing you. Okay. So the way they were telling us that we need to do the butter on each layer, and it's 2 to 3 layers on each. So let me melt this because this is getting a little thick here. $21.45, so $21.15. We got 20 minutes left on our pastry, on our Galaktoboureko. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Taki, you were so good at showing me how to pronounce that, but I have since forgotten. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's brush this out. I think this will work a little better than what we were trying to do earlier. Let's see, doing well, working on writing. Yes, good. I'm glad you're back to writing. I know you were having a bit of a block there for a while. Glad you're doing better, man. How's the family? How's your daughter? She is so cute, by the way. Seriously. She has a cute-ass motherfucking daughter. So sweet. How Tom had such a cute daughter is beyond me. And you can tell if I said that. You're going to kick my ass. Galaktoboureko. Thank you, Taki. I love you. Keeping me on the straight and narrow. Alright, there we go. This way, this will stick together better than what we were doing before. So, remember, this is fuck around and find out because we've never made these dishes before. There we go. There we go. Alright. Perfect. There we go. I think I'm going to do 4. It says 2 to 3, but I think I want to do 4 just because I feel like the extra one will just kind of make this a little bit sturdier. There we go. All right, last one, last one. Can you imagine making this damn shit? For real. Okay. Now, we've got our mix. Still having a writer's block. I'm trying. Natasha's wonderful. See if she get over Among Us. Ah! I love Among Us. I can't blame her for liking that game. Among Us is amazing. It's such a fun game. I'm not going to lie. There's one that's like a clone of it called Unfortunate Spaceman, which is still really good too. All right, so let's get our... All right, so I'm going to do down the middle. There we go. I started playing Elden Ring, by the way. That thing is amazing. Hideaki did such a good job on that again. That man is amazing. And it is so difficult. I've died so many times, it's stupid. Okay. All right, let me roll this back up. Okay. All right. And then you and you and you and you. We got to keep this not dried. There we go. Okay, so back to here. So it's kind of like the egg roll. Same process. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot better. Much better. A little too much on the stuffing, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I'm much happier with that. So let's get going with this. The easier way to go would definitely be not the triangles, but to go with the casserole style, where it's just a sheet. Fold these over just a little bit, just so I can keep it from expanding. Oh, you know what? I got to remember, we got to vent these too. Don't let me forget. When we're done, we'll vent all of them. Look at all that feta. Oh, so good. I'm so excited. So excited. All right. Okay. Gotta be, apparently, so what I'm learning as I'm doing this is I really got to be careful and not overstuffing it. It becomes a real mess if you do that. So I got to make sure that I don't overstuff it. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to be a problem once it cooks. Because remember, every time you apply heat to this stuff, it's going to inflate. All right. Sus. Super sus. Orange is sus. It is such a good game, for real. This needs to be... There we go. The butter is basically like glue. Like butter. There we go. Not pretty, but it'll do. This is good practice for me, honestly. This is the other reason why you make sure that you get as much water out of the spinach as possible. Yeah, I like folding it over just because it's allowing me to seal it up a little better. Now I'm not going to do this whole thing because I don't want you guys to have to hang on camera the whole time while I'm doing something really boring. I think I might play around a bit later and see what else I can do with this stuffing. If I find something cool to do with it, I'll let you guys know. Actually, you know what? Let's do the casserole version at the same time. Let's see which one we like better. And then we'll make those smash burgers. Okay. Alright, that's it for that. So, let's do a, we got enough of those, that's fine. Alright, you know what, I'm going to wait a second. And let me see, do I have a dish to use? I think I do. Well, that's not going to work. I may not be able to. No, everything I have is circular. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll put this away. And I'll save this and I'll fuck around with it off camera and see what I can come up with. If I find something cool to do with it, I'll let you guys know. Alright, so let's put this in the oven. We got 12 minutes left. That's about the right amount of time. Oh, you guys almost let me forget. I gotta vent these, remember? I also need to put some butter on the outside. Okay. Let's put them in the oven. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow, that looks so good. All right, so perfect timing for that, by the way. All right, let's make some smash burgers. I want some smash burgers, yo. Oh, that's super gay. Okay, not that that's a problem. I apologize. Okay, so it's that toxic masculinity that I grew up with. It's hard to get rid of it. Shut up, Astro. Calling me out like that? That's cold, man. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do me like that, brother? He's not wrong. All right, so put this back in here because I'm gonna fuck around with this some of this stuff later. I really am. I wanna play around with it and see what happens. All right, so smash burgers. Hold up. Hold up. Hey, hey. All my brothers on the next episode. Hey, 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 hey. Smoke weed every day. All right. You know what? We'll use that. We'll keep that because we can use that for our buns. Buns. Need another mixing bowl. Let's see. I don't have any onion powder, so I'm not going to do that. So let's do a little bit of this. All right. So this is just because I'm hungry. I'm going to eat some of this. So you know, I should probably add the meat first. So it was your ginger with freckles. Oh, you were ginger with, yeah, you were actually. Okay. A little bit of garlic, salt and pepper. You don't need too much because there's soy sauce in here. Normally I'd use Worcestershire, but I'm out of Worcestershire, so soy sauce actually works in a pinch. You don't want to use too much because it'll get too wet, and then you got to start worrying about adding panko and eggs to bind it all together. So if you do it just shy of that, then you can get away with just adding that soy sauce in there, which I have found is not too bad. So with smash burgers, you want to add just a fistful, okay? Toss it back and forth. Gingers unite! All right. And Brandy will kick everybody's ass. She'll kick my ass. So because of my heart condition, I am super weak right now. And I do not like the fact that she's stronger than me. For real, I don't like it. She is stronger than me, and she can literally muscle me around right now. And she's strong by default. That girl, she weighs as much as I do. And she's 5 inches shorter. She's got muscle on her. By default, like, she is not somebody who works out. She's just, that's genetics, and it's awesome. I love that stuff, but I'm just, I keep teasing her. I'm like, I don't like that you're stronger than me. Thanks, Kipris. Yeah, I'm growing it out. It's getting so long. Remember, we're trying to do the man bun. Fiance is not on board with this, by the way. She initially was, and then she recanted, but I'm like, you know what? Let's see what happens. I want to see what it looks like. If it's not, I'll cut it off, and then we'll be done with it. So, me and my dad and our entire family tree are the only ones with hair past the age of 40. No joke. I'm not going to complain. Let me do a couple dishes. My sink's full. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm excited for these dishes. I love making new dishes. It's a little scary to do it on camera because I keep, you know, because the chance for error is very high. But at the same time, I'm very excited because I like trying new things, really. And if these work, these are pretty easy. Well, I'm not going to say the dessert dish is something I would probably do again, just because, again, I don't like making desserts too often. But if it turns out the way I think it is, I may actually have to buckle and make it again, because so far it tastes amazing. All right, knocking out some dishes. I'm moving too fast and I'm putting my stuff in the garbage. All right, so the other thing that we do, I always try to, unless I'm really trying to conserve calories, I always try to toast my buns. Toast my buns, huh? No, I try to toast the buns just because these are 80-20, so these are going to be really fatty. And that grease, once you cook it, is going to drip down into the bun itself. And if you don't put some butter or oil on this and toast it up, it's going to get mushy. And ain't nobody like a mushy bun. That'll ruin a perfectly good burger. So my recommendation is to toast these up, which is what we're going to do here in a second. I'm going to do 2 at once. I'll just put all these in there right now. But let's grab these both. Medium on that. Grab the bun over here. So, with burger enthusiasts, there's kind of 2 lines of thinking when it comes to, do you add seasoning other than salt and pepper to your burger and then saute or grill it, whatever you're going to do to it, or do you leave it alone? I am of the opinion, obviously, considering what I just did, that I think you should fuck around and add flavor. Whenever you can, add flavor. Why would you not? For real. I think that there's nothing wrong with that, and I think it will only enhance the flavor of your burger. The purists that are out there that are like, no, it's a question of the quality of the meat. Well, unfortunately, you can't bank on the quality of the meat unless you're going to seriously pay out the nose for it. Given inflation and all the other crazy things happening in our world today, I think that you just need to add flavor when you can. I paid $2.99 a pound for 3 pounds of this stuff, so you're looking at $10 to $12 for 3 pounds of burgers. That's super cheap, but most of the time it's double that. And this is the low quality meat. This is the 80-20. I would rather have the lean meat. I would rather have more meat than more fat, you know, because I'm getting more money for my bang. Toasting your buns for Brandy's job. Sotos! Hey man, how's it going? Wow, how are you? Welcome back. Yeah, I was gone for a bit because of my health, brother. I'm sorry. I had to take a break. I had a couple heart surgeries, so I was on the down low for a while, but I'm back at least once a week for right now. After the 19th, I'm going to try twice a week, and then if we can, we'll get back to that 3 times a week. I really do. Taki, yeah, that's about what it is here too, to be honest. It is about $7 a pound, but I'm talking about the stuff that's on sale. I'm going to Meijer. I can get 3 pounds on sale. The stuff that's going to turn in a few days, that's $3 a pound. That's where I usually go. All right, let me pull this over here. Okay. These can go in here. So the smash burger means that you basically smash it right before you put it in there. Doesn't have to look pretty. And that's it. That is literally it. So, we're going to put that in there. I don't have any cheese. Oh, wait, I do. I could use some Velveeta, so that'll work. All right. go. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a little bit less of the Velveeta. Okay. Do I have any pickles? Yes. I do indeed have pickles. Let's do some mayo and this. Okay, so one of my things that I like doing here is well, yeah, it was scary the first time. I had 2 of them. They were exploratory and they were outpatient. Like, they don't crack you open anymore. I had one going through the arm here and then another one through my groin. I was up and walking in 3 days. It's absolutely blowing my mind that was possible. It's crazy. All right. All right. Buns are done. Doesn't take long to toast those bitches. All right, so go. Yeah, it was scary the first time. I went again a week later, and it was just like, okay, I've done this. It's funny how quickly you can get used to it. They still haven't figured out what's going wrong with me, which sucks, but. I need my garlic powder for this, just for consistency. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm gonna flip my burgers over. Okay. So this is a Portuguese buffalo sauce that my parents found literally in Massachusetts, believe it or not. But if you just did like a Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce, you'd have basically the same flavor. I'm adding some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some hold on. I'm adding some salt, pepper, and some, oh, my timer's done. I'll get that in a second. Mayo. That was the word I was looking for. He had his boobs done, actually. Taki had a boob job. That is so good. So good. All right. All right. Ah, spicy. Good Lord. All right. Oh. That looks so good. All right. Let me check and see when I need to add the syrup to this thing. No, I'm teasing Soto. I have no idea what he had done. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking around. I'm a little drunk. Okay, so as soon as it's ready. All right, so let's do this. Clean up. Go away, go away. Woo! All right. This looks amazing, by the way. All right. Oh, we had a circumcision. So in America, that's like the common practice is at birth, you have the circumcision. If I can ask, if not, please just say, hey, that's none of your business. But why did you have it so late in life? What was there a medical reason for it, or was it just preference? Oh, that's good. All right. Do some more. All right, so this is done. So now we're supposed to ladle on the cold sauce. This is basically our simple syrup with lemon, honey, and a stick of cinnamon. So, Oh, it's crackling, man. That's so cool. I don't want to put too much on because this is basically just pure sugar. So I'm just going to do that. Maybe one more. It looks so good. Why they had me make so much more of this? I don't know why. That's stupid. Let's see. Let's wait and see what happens. If this hardens up, then I can see why they want me to add more. Medical reasons? Okay, fair enough. That's okay. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Okay, let's look and see. Serve after the syrup is absorbed. All right, so let's add a little more. I'm a little nervous of adding all of this sugar on top, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. I feel like this is going to form some kind of crust. All right, I'm going to leave that alone now. All right, so we'll leave this here. Let me get a thing here. Okay. Okay. It's right off camera there. Okay. Now, for the burgers, basically what I like doing is I'll add a little bit of the sauce on the bottom. I use it like glue. Okay? And then we'll add our burger. And then some on the top. Actually, you know what? I want to add some spinach on the bottom. See how easy this smash burger was to make? For real. And I'm going to do a... Hang on, Soto. I'll answer you. Yeah, it's Greek month. I've had this burger before, so I know exactly what it's like. What is burning? Whew! Oh my God, so much smoke. Whew! Something in my oven is burning and is now infecting the rest of my kitchen. Oh my goodness. Good thing I took the smoke detector out. So much smoke right now. All right. So, here's the burger. I'm gonna chop it up for you. That sauce actually works really good for French fries too. Burning my eyes, man. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, hold on. I got you. 1 second. Let me clean up. Okay. Here we go. Like that is a really, it doesn't look good, but man, that is a really good burger, for real. That is fire. Seriously, that is so good. Smash burger, baby. Okay, so. All right. Smash burger, like it took like 5 minutes to make that. That's why I like it. Burgers are stupidly easy to make. I highly recommend you screw around and find out. All right, so Soto, my dad makes What does this do? Cut the feet. So it is actually, get what you said, Galaktoboureko. So it's a Greek dessert where I have a friend of mine who I'm cooking for her mom's 90th birthday. She was in here earlier, Connie. She hired me to cook for her family, for about 15 people, and her family is 100% Greek, and they want Greek food, so I have never made Greek food, so last week we made moussaka and lemon rice soup. Turned out great. This week we're making the dessert, Galaktoboureko, I think, if I pronounce that right, which is what we just finished. We're just waiting for it to cool. And then we're waiting for the Spanikopita to finish right now. That moussaka, though, holy crap, that was so good. Thank you. Soto, I suck at pronouncing it. It's a new word for me. I will eventually get it, but right now I suck at pronouncing it. The burger is so good, though. Seriously, I don't have all the cool stuff I would normally put on it, like regular lettuce. I put spinach on it because that's all I have, but I put some good lettuce on there, some tomatoes, and a fried egg. I would definitely do that because it would work really well with this. But and some decent cheese other than Velveeta. I don't really like Velveeta, but that's literally the only cheese I have right now. All right, so let me fix this. All right, clean up just a little bit. Let us entertain you. After we're done, I'm going to start making some Thai food. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to start screwing around with some Thai food. I'm going to make some pho, which I've eaten a lot of times, but I've never actually made. We're going to make some pho. I've still got those wonton skins, so maybe we'll make some mini egg rolls. We could make some pot stickers with some pork. That would be really nice. I'd really like some pot stickers that I enjoy. Every time I go to a restaurant, even Saigon Noodle House in Maryville, which is kind of Randy and I's spot to go to, I don't like their pot stickers. They're okay, and I eat them, but I know that they're pre-made, like they don't make them there. So, which kind of upsets me considering how much I'm paying for them. But I want to get some decent pot stickers, and I feel like it comes down to the filling. Because the outside's fine. They saute it, and it's fine. They serve it with some really good peanut sauce. So it's pretty decent, but I just, the inside is what really bothers me, you know? I want something that's better. So I'd really like to make some pot stickers the way I like them, the way I want them. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me clean up this hot mess here just a little bit, because we're almost done, guys. We only got a few minutes left on that Spanikopita. And I'm gonna go clean up and play video games. Okay. I'm letting this cool just a little bit more. It's almost, the top of it is almost like baklava. You so hungry now? Good. Galaktoboureko. I'm almost done with the Spanikopita, Soto. I'm just waiting for it to brown up. Actually, we're done. We're done, we're done, we're done. I like that. I like the color on it. We're done. Yeah, look at that. Let me get a spatula here. Hold on. Look at how sexy that Spanikopita is, man. Baklava, I love baklava. We're not making it today, but yeah, I got some phyllo dough, so I think we should try maybe next week, depending on how involved the recipes are. I'm trying to finish out the menu that I've got for this, for Connie and her mom before I start screwing around. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't know, it looks good. What do you guys think? Baklava? Okay, so the emphasis is on the N syllable. Got it. Spanikopita, you can eat it. Yeah. So there was two ways. Soto, I went over this earlier. There's two ways that I found to make it. It's the casserole way, kind of like, well, here, let me pull this out here, because it's kind of like this way with the dessert that we've got. Like this way, we can make the Spanikopita this way. Or I wanted to try it this way, because I really like the end of the appetizer feel of this. Because remember, I'm catering a birthday, so this is going to go over better than this. This is great if you're at home and serving family. This is better for me as a chef who's catering someone, because this looks better coming from me. So, yeah. Yeah, kind of. Like, well, even in English, we know it's Spanikopita. Like, we kind of throw it together, like not Spanikopita, but it's like Spanikopita. Like, we kind of throw it together. That's kind of what we do with our syllables. But yeah, so here, let's cut one of these open. Let's cut the ugly one open. That looks really good. Let me taste it. That's not bad, man. I'm really not upset with how that turned out. This would be a really good appetizer course for the all right, let's take a look at it up close. Wow, the sun is out. It's awesome. So good. All right. So here's our Spanikopita. It looks pretty damn good. Yes, definitely Soto, 100% feta. 100%. It's garlic, dill, salt and pepper, a little bit of nutmeg, spinach and feta. That's all that's in there. Let's try it out here. I'm not going to give you an up close. You guys know I hate eating on camera because I think when humans eat it's kind of gross. But let's try it out here. I think it needs a little salt. It's really good, like you can taste the spinach and the feta. You definitely can taste the heaviness of the butter. But I think it needs just a little bit of salt. And honestly, I would actually add some lemon juice to it. Yeah. Woo! Hot. Yeah, like I can taste, hold on. That champagne actually works really well with the Spanikopita. It just needs a little, I think it needs a little bit of lemon juice and some salt and pepper. Other than that, like you can taste the feta, you can definitely taste the spinach. We wilted the spinach enough, it's not watery. As you heard, Soto, yes, the serve with Greek yogurt. That's actually a really good idea. What do you put with the Greek yogurt? Obviously, it's not straight Greek yogurt. What else do you put in it? Like lemon juice, garlic, salt, and pepper? What would you put with the Greek yogurt to serve with the Spanikopita? Because that actually sounds like a really good idea. I think I might do, I really strongly think I might do that for this event on the 19th. I think that would work really well because this is just, it's good, but it's lacking just a little bit of something. I don't know. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I really like this. I think it just needs a little bit of salt and pepper. And if we can, just Greek yogurt. All right, I don't have any Greek yogurt. I'll buy some tomorrow. I'll try it out and I'll let you know in the Discord. See what it looks like. Honey or pomegranate? No. Taki, I don't think I'd do that for this. That would work, but that's not what I'm going for. I think I want more savory than sweet. This could definitely go either way, 100%. You are totally right. It could definitely do the honey and pomegranate. Great, wonderful combination. I think it would pair very well with this, but that's going towards the sweet side. I want to stick to the savory side just because of my own personal preferences, nothing more than that. But yeah, making it again, I would definitely add more salt and pepper because when I bake it, it seems to leach out a little bit of the seasoning. And a little bit of lemon juice to lighten it up just a bit because that butter adds a weight to it that I'm not 100% on board with. But Soto, I like the idea of a Greek yogurt sauce with it. Maybe even a tzatziki sauce with it would work really well. Lime juice? Maybe. If I did lime, I wouldn't do lemon though. I know they pair well together, but I think both of them together would be too much for this because this is very, even though it's the butter lends weight to the dish, it's still very light. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I just think the main things are salt, pepper, and some lemon juice. And now that Soto brought it up, definitely. Drained yogurt? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely try that out. Some Greek yogurt. I'll try it just plain, and then I'll try it with the sauce and see which one I like better, and I'll let you know. But yeah, that's actually not bad. That's actually not bad at all. I'm not upset with that at all. All right, let's try the dessert. Let's see what we got here. Turn the fan off here. All right, so need another dish here. All right. You know what? I want something with some ridges on it. Where is my bread knife at? What did I do with it, you guys? What did I do with my bread knife? Ah, here we go. I washed it. Who knew? This is still very delicate, so I don't want to kill it. Here, let me do this on camera because that's not fair to you guys. Okay. So, I cut it lengthwise this way. So let's do it in thirds here. You know what? We'll do it in quarters. Ooh, no, see that top layer is coming off. I don't want to do that. Leave it alone. Okay. Wow. Tastes good already. I only got the one mini spatula, so I gotta wash it off here. Okay, so. Alright, so let's do the edge piece here. Wow, it's liquidy. There's so much liquid in it. I wonder if that's normal. Honestly, it looks almost like scrambled eggs, like an omelet. It looks pretty good. All right, let's try it out. I think it smells good. It looks pretty decent. The main thing that I'm worried about is texture. So let's try it out and see what the texture comes out to. Remember, we were experimenting a bit to see if the texture that we had beforehand would play out well afterwards. If not, then we know we need to, if it comes out with that oatmeal texture before the cream, then we need to strain it through a sieve. All right, look at all this. This is so much liquid. Wow, this thing just falls apart. I did. I tasted the syrup. Okay. Thank you, Soto. Let's see what happens. Wow. Flavor is amazing. So, the texture. Soto, you're definitely right. I definitely taste the vanilla and the syrup. They are the first things that I taste. 100%. And then the second thing is the texture, the difference in texture between the custard and the phyllo dough. I like that. That's fine. I think the only thing I have an issue with is that the texture of the custard is a little bit grainier than I want it. That may be what it's supposed to be. I'll talk to Connie, who's had this before. But I think that I'll strain it through the sieve so that it's not quite, so it's a bit smoother. I want the texture a bit smoother. I think I want to have that. But that may be just the American in me. Maybe it's not supposed to. Maybe it's supposed to be a bit grainy. It's almost like the eggs got scrambled a little bit. Not my favorite dessert, though. That's okay. You have more experience with it than I do, though, so I appreciate you being here so I can bounce ideas off of you. Is it supposed to be a bit grainy, like not smooth, not completely smooth in texture? Is it supposed to be that way when you've had it in your experience, at least? Okay. Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, you can only tell by what I'm telling you and what you can see on camera, so I can appreciate that. So that's okay. I appreciate your honesty regardless. But that's kind of it, guys. I think we did pretty good today. I learned a lot from the Spanikopita and the Galaktoboureko. I know I'm mispronouncing that again. Fuck, dude. I'm going to work on trying to pronounce that. Anyway, I think we did good with it. I definitely, with this, I think I'm going to err on the side of caution and strain it if it's any kind of lumpy, just because Americans, being what they are, regardless of their ethnicity, really like smoothness of texture. So I think just from a business standpoint, I would smooth it out rather than leave it the way it is. This is delicious. Please, don't get me wrong. It turned out great. I'm just nitpicking because that's what I do. The Spanikopita, perfect, other than just a little bit more salt and pepper and a little bit of lemon juice, and I think it would have been fine. I like the way it turned out. I like Soto's idea of adding a Greek yogurt to it, a Greek yogurt sauce to it to dip it in. I think that would be awesome, 100%. I think that would be really unique, and I don't think this 100% Greek family has had that. At least this 100% American Greek family has done that, and I think that would really set me apart from the other times that they've had Spanikopita, which is what I'm looking for. So, yeah. No, Soto, I will let you know, 100%. So next week, I don't know the two dishes that we're making, but we're going to finish off the menu that we're making for Connie and her mom's 90th birthday. It's more Greek food. We're going to finish it out. That'll be the last time. That'll be the last few dishes that we need. It's either 2 or 3 dishes to finish off the Greek month that we've been doing for the last few weeks. It is good champagne. After that, I want to make the pho, along with maybe some smaller wonton skinned egg rolls, or maybe spring rolls. I'm not sure which. I really want to go off menu with that. I don't want, because we've already done traditional egg rolls. I really want to screw around and play with some fun, because egg rolls are so much fun. Maybe mini burritos or something. I don't know. We're going to come up with something. But we're definitely going to make some pho. And then after that, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, hit me up in the Discord. Here, I'll post the Discord link again, just so you know. If you want to join, by all means. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a week. After we're done with next week, in 2 weeks, we will move to twice a week. I don't know if it's going to be Sunday and Thursday or Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know which yet. But we're going to go bump up to twice a week. I'd like to get back to our 3 days a week schedule, but with my health being the issue, I'm going to see how my heart handles 2 times a week, and then we'll go from there. We'll do it for another month. If we're good, we'll go back to 3 times a week. I miss hanging out with you guys. I really appreciate everybody that came in so much. Astro and Kipras, thank you so much for subscribing. Devmon, Luis, and Connie, thank you so much for following me. I really appreciate all of you. Seriously, it's the interaction that I really love. I love talking to you guys while I'm cooking. That's my favorite part. That's why I chose Twitch over all the other ways to communicate this. This is my favorite thing. It really is. Asian, take care. Yeah, thanks, Soto. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate you stopping by. I will see you guys in 1 week. For now, I'm going to go play some Back 4 Blood. Deuces!